Listeners, back of the onion net, talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listening. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey hazard name dropping, gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping, gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping, gets you out of the blue and let you stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping, gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Sorry, that's the first time I've seen it on the screen, and it was frigging amazing. And we've got two wonderful people to thank for that, Kuva and Bobby K, but we'll get into that. But welcome everyone to the Perfect Match, the new channel that replaces Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Obviously hosted by myself, Kate, and Jimbo. Jimbo, how are you?
Well, I did wonder if ever I was going to be made a partner of the channel, so but you've done it now.
The time
thanks to Kuva and Bobby for doing the work on that.
Yeah, Jimbo, you're now big time, Jimbo, officially. Kuva, how are you? And wow, how on earth did you do that intro? It's amazing.
That's easy. That's just AI for you, isn't it?
It's incredible. You should have
told me. My only real input is the lyrics, and then I'll just play around with different things that the AI produces for the actual music. So it's fitting it all together is a little fiddly at times. I have to adjust the lyrics and things like that. But so there's a bit of work involved. But I mean, I'm talentless. I don't know anything about music.
Well, you are not talentless because the lyrics are brilliant. Name dropping and flip flopping and good knows what else. It's brilliant, Kuva. We're so grateful, seriously, so grateful for you to do that because obviously it's taking time out of your day. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, there is one little disappointment about it for me though. I was assuming Jimbo was going to be taking over the show.
Well, he hasn't actually learned how to host the show yet. Maybe one day. But yeah, Bobby K, Nick's asking, where's Bobby K? Is he flopped out of here? He is coming, I hope. It's just whether it's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. So today is a bank holiday. And he said that if he can, he shall come in. So, but let's have a look who's in the chat. We've got Lumen saying congratulations. Thank you very much. Ben Bryant says, big up Kate and Jimbo, much love. Big up to you. Nige Pure Coy says, big up Kate and Jim, Kuva and Bobby K, much love to all. The biggest flip flopper in the world, Angus, is here, says, afternoon, big up Kate and Jim, congrats, thank you. Big up Scott Colliver as well, and Design to Win. Love the theme tune. Loving the intro. Thank you very much. All Kuva and Bobby K's hard work. Good afternoon, AJ. Hope you are well. Liking the intro. It's amazing. I was quite emotional when I saw it. I was laughing, but I was so like blown away that there's an intro that actually says Kate and Jim on it. It was quite funny. I feel like I've made it, Coves.
That's the real book, isn't it? That's what makes them so good. It's personalised.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly that. Barbaric says, good afternoon to the perfect panel and chat. Love the new video. Hope this channel pops off as usual. Best of luck to you both. Thank you very much. Big up Peter as well. 10:04 p.m. in Melbourne. Yep, living in the future. I thought that was AI. I didn't even know such a thing was possible. What I will say, I've written 3 lyrics to 3 songs. I don't even know how I would go about doing it, but I'd love to put them lyrics onto a song and see how it comes out.
It's easy. You've got the site to do it. So you literally just copy and paste the words in and select a style you want and see what it comes up with.
Wow, I might actually do that because I'd love to see where it goes.
You got 3 words. Ain't gonna be a long song.
No, it's 3 songs, darling. 3 songs, and they're long
3 words. I was going to say, bloody hell.
I've got
what are the 3 words? Shut up, Jimbo, or something.
They will be in a minute. They're actually like actual songs with like 3 verses and 2 choruses and everything. So I do things in my spare time, Jim, but I just don't tell you about it. You're married to a genius.
If you do poetry and things like that, then
I do.
It's easy. It's basically just rap, isn't it? Poetry, rap is poetry to music. So
exactly. Big up Change says something about flip-flopping really caught my attention in this rebranded and revamped intro. Such is the power of AI that I'm instantly hooked. Going to miss the old intro though. I've still got it because if Jim misbehaves and I sack him, I shall be going back to just a girl who loves Spurs. Because I am a flip.
And then the just in capitals.
Exactly. Big up Yoris. Hope you are well. Good to see you. Afternoon, Drew. La la. Kuva, love the music. I'm all flued up. Hoping you guys cheer me up. Boo. Get well soon.
I wasn't giving the thumbs up to the flued up part, by the way.
No, just for you, Drula. Big up Joey Barton. You've only missed the fact that we've rebranded the channel as The Perfect Match instead of Just a Girl Loves Spurs, which is no more. It's back to it's not back to anything, but Jimbo's been nagging me about having him as part of the channel, blah blah blah. I want to be big time.
I've been nagging you.
I want to be out with Mickey Hazard, blah blah blah. So I thought it's about time.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, if anybody knows me,
8 minutes. There's the first one.
If anybody knows me,
Kuva,
they know that's not true.
Well, I know Nick likes to play. Nick likes to play Kate Bingo. So now you can mark Mickey Hazard off your card because he has been said, and he's seen the intro and he bloody loved it as well. He thought it was brilliant. So yes, you got dropped for this, Nick. Sorry, Kuva and Bobby K, they're real big time. Is Jimbo's positivity AI or is it real?
Always real.
Always real.
No AI in me, mate.
Big up Fiona. I hope you're well. Good to see you. Vindaloo's here. Best of luck on your new adventure. Thank you. Johnny Bethnal Green's in the house. Big up, Johnny. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're well. I did like your video this morning. Very funny. Yes, Martinelli has got a bad calf. Apparently, I just saw it on the news. I don't know how bad, but there it is. About time my boy Jimbo got some recognition. Big time Jim bringing that BDE. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Joey. Music died after the Motown label ended.
Some of it, for sure.
Yeah, some of it's still good. There is some good music out there, but I did like.
It's an iconic era, isn't it? Motown.
Yeah, Motown was excellent. Hazard flip flops the quad. He's got a full house. Yay! Big up Mr. AJ as well. He's not bad. There's reports saying he's fine, just a precaution. Jim is the most real person on YouTube. Oh, that's nice. We've got Strip Bear. Big up to you, saying hi, you spuds. Well, hello to you too. Yeah, 65% right. Exactly that. I didn't even set up a show today. You want to know the truth? Because it's been international break, which is the most boring time. But I'm going to ask you, Coos, have you watched England?
No, of course not.
Not at all.
No, I absolutely don't care. I don't give a monkeys about England since the days of Hoddle being in charge. It just doesn't interest me anymore. It's dead.
Well, we watched a little bit. I'm not into England football at all, but we watched a bit, and it's gone from being the most like boring defensive football to, it seems, being Ange ball a little bit. It's all a bit mad. Jim, am I right or am I
Well,
wrong? Because I literally only had one eye on it.
I thought the Greece game was just hectic. It was like I didn't get what they were trying to do. Greece were fantastic, I thought, and if England would have got anything out of that game, it would have been a travesty for Greece because they were really, really good. But I just didn't understand what was going on. The players he had on the pitch, it was like a mix and match. But I only caught the end of the second game. We won 3-1. But I can't really comment on it too much because I didn't really see it. I caught the last 10 minutes. I caught one England goal and the Finland goal.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to Talk Sport this morning because I had to drive somewhere, and they was talking about Lee Carsley, and they had people ringing up. A lot of people saying that they would go all out to get Pep. There's news on Twitter that Pep's been linked to the job. I can't see Pep giving up Man City to go and manage England. Can anyone?
Well, someone said the other day that it was they were talking to Thomas Tuchel.
Wow.
So, but I tell you something now. If this guy stays in there, he won't do anything he won't get anywhere near what Southgate did.
I just think that Pep is built for club management. He builds a culture. You don't have time to do that with an England team. There's not enough time together for the whole squad to really apply himself there. I think. I mean, he'd be a great manager, but I just don't think he'd fancy it. I think someone like Mourinho, he'd do a great job.
Yeah, I could see Mourinho doing it, but I just couldn't see Pep doing it. But someone rung up Talk Sport and said there's only one man for the job, and that is Eddie Howe. But Jimbo, it's got some weird news that's come out today. I mean, it's all paper talk, but
I was reading through Tottenham this morning and I saw this.
All the excitement's building.
Post. Eddie Howe tipped to sensationally replace Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham if ex-Newcastle Chiefs invest in Spurs.
Yeah, so Amanda Staveley is apparently close to investing in Spurs, and so the rumours are she wants to bring Eddie Howe to Tottenham. Coves, I think you'd be delighted with that appointment myself.
I don't know, because of what the investment involves. There's some dodgy. I mean, I boycotted watching the Qatari World Cup for a reason.
Yeah,
and if they kind of bring that reason here, it's not ideal. But then again, if it's going to be to sort of take the back seat, but then have a little bit of influence about who's coming in on the management front, Eddie Howe's a fantastic manager, I think. And as you know, I've lost my faith in Ange, I must admit.
Yeah.
I hope Ange does turn it round. That would be fantastic, because we could be playing some great stuff and winning. That's the ideal, but I'm just not seeing it. Eddie Howe, what he did at Bournemouth, forget Newcastle, what he did at Bournemouth was absolutely amazing. Keeping such a tiny little club in the Premiership year after year on the shoestring budget. I think he's there's something about him. I mean, the only reason it's been failing at Newcastle a little bit is the severe injury list, isn't it? I mean,
yeah,
it's way worse than ours was. I think that would be a good move, but at the moment it's just talk, isn't it? So let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, personally, if I was going to pick someone to take over from Ange, it would be probably the likes of Eddie Howe. I think he's just such a brilliant manager and such a good guy. I don't know, I've got a real soft spot for him. Jimbo, what do you think?
Well, look, let's be brutally honest, right? With Ange, we're not sure what we're going to get game from game. So some games we go out there and we look like we could beat the world, and then other games, and it's not. I'm not saying this because of the Brighton game. I'm saying it because since he's been there, other games. If we're all going to be brutally honest, the first 10 games of last season, we had a little bit of luck in there to get through 10 games unbeaten. And I know you need luck in football, but a bit of luck gone the other way, we would have probably won 6 of them, or won 5 and drew 1, and could have lost 4 of them. We was definitely lucky with the Liverpool game. So with Ange, it's kind of, I mean, I love Ange because I love the football when it's flowing well. You know, like when we beat Everton 4-0. When it's flowing like that, who was the other one we beat 3-0? We beat someone 3-0. Can't remember who it was now. Only a few weeks ago. But then you see the Coventry game.
Man United. Do you talk about Man United?
Yeah, and then you see the Coventry game, and you see the first half of the Brighton game, and then the second half we just fell to pieces. It's kind of, you don't know what you're going to get game from game to game, and it's, I mean, it does get you on your edge of your seat. But with Eddie Howe, he will tighten everything up, and you know what you're going to get from game to game, and you know you're going to have a good chance in every single game under Eddie Howe. So, I mean, if Ange got sacked and they brought Eddie in, I wouldn't be crying in my soup.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Because you know what you're going to get with Eddie, but you don't know what you're going to get with Ange from game to game.
I mean, Tottenham Rangers says that we're nuts. Look, we're not saying that this is what we want. We're not reporting on anything other than what's out there in the news. This is just a story that's out there today. I think it was the Sun, which we all know the Sun is known to talk a load of old cobblers, but it was worth chatting about. I mean, I love Ange and I want nothing more than to succeed. But I kind of feel a bit like you, Coos. I'm not quite out of faith with him, but it's the fact you don't know what you're going to get, and it's the fact that he says such stupid things. I mean, Jim says stupid things all the time, but he don't say it on camera.
How dare you? Right. I want to buy into this channel, and I want to oust you as chair lady.
See the shit I have to take over.
Yeah, I know, mate.
But do you know what I mean? He just doesn't seem to know when to shut his mouth and just not say anything.
Yeah, me or Ange.
Well, Ange, I'm talking about at this moment.
No, I listen to you all day, Jimbo. Yeah, I must admit, now I'm making a point of never listening to his press conferences. It's just not worth it. It's either stuff that's absolutely beyond belief, you know, and I don't believe a word he says now. It's like a club press release. You know, it's all crap anyway. It's just spun by PR. Him, on the other hand, it's just, what is he talking about? I've never heard a manager talk like this.
No.
Not one that's in a big job anyway. Maybe a local man. Maybe Brian Clough during his final years when he was drinking all the time. Yeah, it makes no sense. None of it. I mean, the final straw for me when he's talking about, you know, we deserve to lose the game irrespective of substitutes.
Yeah.
How can the outcome of a game be irrespective of substitutes? You can use 5 players to turn things around. And wow, what a strange thing to say. So I don't listen to him now.
But Kuva, don't you think coming off of a game like that where you're 2-0 up and you should win because we were playing such good football, and they shove him straight in front of the cameras, they don't give him no leeway for that, because look, under pressure we all say the wrong thing sometimes.
Yeah, but that was ridiculous.
Yeah, but he didn't make those subs, did he? I mean, when we went 1-0 down, you saw we're under pressure. I think most of us were saying you've got to change something here, and he didn't. Then they equalise, and he still didn't do it.
Yeah.
Then they go ahead, and he still didn't do it. And you think, well, that is throwing in the towel, isn't it? Everybody could see that needed changing. If he'd done that last season, I would have said, okay, fair enough. He's looking at the character of the players and see if they can change things by themselves so he gets to know them. But this season, he's seen all that already. No, it's bizarre. Well, it's poor.
Yeah, it is poor. And I'm still baffled by it. I read it back about 4 times. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So I just, even if it was under pressure, you're put in front of the camera. Why was that even in his head to say such a thing? It just doesn't. None of it makes sense unless he's just completely out of his depth and panicked. I don't know, or he's arrogant. I don't know what it is with
I
Ange.
don't think he's arrogant, Kate. I don't think he's arrogant. I think that's being a bit harsh. Sometimes he looks out of his depth, right? And other
Yeah.
times he doesn't. But look, I said last season that I'd give him a lot of leeway because it was his first year in the Premiership. But this year he has to get things right. And we've had we played 7 games, drew 3, lost, won 3, lost 3, and drew 1. I think.
Yeah.
That's not great, is it?
No.
That's
Not great
Nuno
at all.
sort of stats. That is
Yes, exactly.
same sort of stats as Nuno, Jim.
Yeah.
Winning the same as you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great start. But Chris Agenbar saying no new channel should ever start without Kuva appearing on it. I would have to agree there. Big up Ben and Sim saying congrats on the channel launch. Thank you very much. LFC Aaron's here. Hiya. To you, hope you're well. Steve D said, if I really believed it would make any difference to Spurs long term, I'd be up for a change again, but it just papers over the cracks. Yeah, that's kind of, I get that. You know,
well, that's just it, though, wouldn't it? We're not talking about just a change of manager. We're talking about a boardroom shake-up as well.
Yeah,
that can change the outcome.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, right? I support Tottenham, and I will always back my manager. I think everybody knows that, and I always back the players, no matter who it is, including Werner, because that's the way I am. But if it's going to make a difference to change the manager to us as fans, and then I'm behind it. But I just think to myself, does it really matter what manager comes in? Are they going to back him? Are they going to really give him everything he wants?
No, I get that, but should that be a case then if we've got a manager that's not very good that we just stick with him because if we change it, is anything really going to change? Because Poch, at the end of the day, although he won us nothing, he still took us to levels we never thought we'd get to under Levy. So you've got to look at this squad of players we've got, or definitely the first 11, and say we should be doing better than we're doing.
Yeah.
In my opinion, for sure, we should be doing better than what we're doing.
But
So
you can't blame Ange for all the losses, for the 3 losses, all of them we've had. The players have let him down as well on the pitch.
They have, but do you think it's because of this? It could be because of the system. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Isn't it amazing, right? Isn't it amazing that every year we watch Tottenham, we end up getting baffled by them.
I know.
Honestly, because when we come out the Brighton game, I sat there and I was just absolutely, I was just dumbstruck. I was just baffled what had happened. They seem to do it to us every single year, don't they? Hey?
Yeah. Yeah. Peter, it's not about being a fickle fan base. It's just about discussion. It's just a discussion, that's all.
Well, more than that, there's facts to back it up, isn't there? Every single manager that Levy has hired, he has sacked.
Yeah.
We know this happens, so it's just a question of when, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not if, it's when it's going to happen. Exactly that. Are you confident? Is it Saturday we play West Ham or Sunday? I'm not even sure. I think it must be
Sunday.
Saturday.
I think, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
It is Saturday at 12:30. Oh,
right.
I hate 12:30 kickoffs. Oh no! So if you lose, they ruin the whole footballing weekend. I hate them.
Only if you let it.
Well, it does me.
It ruins it because it's West Ham.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate losing to them. I think I hate losing to them more than I hate losing to Arsenal.
I know.
At least Arsenal got a good side. West Ham,
Exactly.
they beat us with a load of rubbish.
Exactly. Are you feeling confident about the West Ham game, Coos?
No. I'm not saying we'd definitely lose either. I'm just saying it's up in the air. I mean, I think any result is capable at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capable. Yeah, we're capable of any result. So strange one. I don't feel I want to bet on it, that's for sure.
No, and the thing is with Tottenham and West Ham is West Ham always play like a cup final, don't they? They always pull it out the bag against us. They want to beat us more than anyone else. I'm not overly confident. I mean, Jimbo, I'm sure you're going to say it's going to be 4-0 or something ridiculous. Are you confident, Jimbo?
Well, I'm a little bit after the other weekend. Kind of made me a little bit despondent. I can't understand how we could play like just unbelievable football in the first half, and then just come out and just the second half, they look like they'd never played together, and it's just like it's baffling. And I do now when I like got the West Ham game, I'm thinking to myself, I'm with Kuva there. West Ham, I hate losing to Chelsea and West Ham more than any other team. You know,
Yeah.
it's just I can't stand losing to them two teams. If I lose to Arsenal, it hurts me, but it don't hurt me like if I lose to Chelsea or West Ham.
Yeah.
I just think to myself, shit, you know, what are we going to get Saturday morning?
Yeah.
And now, if we play brilliant in the first half, we're still going to think during the break what we're going to get in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I'm working on Big Ange's mindset and managerial theory as to why Ange didn't make subs earlier last Sunday and why he responded the way he did in post-match this coming Friday. Stay tuned.
He looked absolutely shell-shocked on the sideline, like he didn't know where he was. He just looked shell-shocked to me. When I was looking at him, I said something to you, Kate, didn't I? I said, he don't even look like he knows where he is. You know, let know what to do. It was really strange, very strange.
It really was. Yeah, Saturday lunchtime. That's it's on Amazon Prime. That is I just hate Saturday lunchtime games. Simply Stu, big up to you. And that rhymes. You will beat the bottom 10 teams, but will struggle with the top 10 teams. Congrats on your new branding, Kate and Jim. Thank you very much, Stu. Good to see you. I just don't feel confident really playing anyone at the minute. I'm not going to lie. But I'll take a mediocre finish in the league if we win a European Cup. That's my stipulation for a low finish. I just want that European Cup so bad, Cooves. How good would it be to have a European trophy?
Oh, fantastic. I mean, there's only one thing I want more than that. That'll be the league title.
Yeah,
but, that's not happening. So, yeah, Europa's probably our best chance, but I think the moment we play anybody half decent, we'll get our trousers pulled down again.
Yeah, Porto, Roma, there's some good teams in there. Steve D said, how do you feel, Kate, if we don't get a result against West Ham? It depends on the nature of how we play, how we set up before I can say. Because if we play out of our skin and we're just unlucky because they get a last-minute penalty or something and they draw it, it's slightly different to if we're just absolutely useless. But we should be turning over West Ham at home. With the squad we've got, you know, if it was under Poch, Conte, you would be sitting here being confident because we've got a really good team. Our defence is brilliant. This system worries me. I can't help it. When it's good, it's brilliant. But when it's bad, it's bloody awful.
It's brilliant when it's in our half of the field, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And they just rip us open like paper, and I don't like it. Big Up Paul says, entertainment brand Tottenham Hotspur. West Ham were average last season against us. I did not get that cup final vibe. Oh, you'll get it this year, I'm sure. I think
they've got some pretty decent players on their books now. It's just they're starting to look like they might be putting it together slowly but surely, which is worrying.
I joked that they won the transfer window because they were having a bad start, but they really did sign some really good players. It's just it hasn't clicked for them. Angus saying you're not winning the Europa League. How certain are you, Angus? 65%? Let us know. Lose v West Ham and he doesn't make bonfire night. Oh, interesting. Joey going all in there. Big up Leo. Much love to the perfect match and Kuva.
Big up, Leo.
See you, Leo. I did love your vlog of you at work. I found it absolutely fascinating. But I would hate to work in that much mud. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Maybe do a bit of wrestling in it, but not working it.
Okay. I was just looking. I read a couple of days ago that Tottenham have done a new 250 million deal with someone. I can't find it now.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Auntie Kate, Jimbo, and the Curtain Destroyer. Big love, big up, Smithy. You're not winning the league, Angus. Exactly. Kate, do I sense a flip flop? Yes, you do. There's flop and flipping going all over the place, and I'm owning it.
Not from me.
me and Kuva might set up our own channel called Flip Flops Are Us or something. The perfect flop flip.
I'll be flip. You can be flop.
That's all right. I'll flop. Everything flops at my age now. Steve D says, can't lie, I wanted Howe when we sacked Potts. What he did at Bournemouth was nothing short of incredible. But a lot of Spurs fans thought back then he wasn't big enough. That worked out well. Yeah, I do actually remember that. We never play well against them at home or on 12:30 kickoffs. Oh, God.
True.
I don't fear anyone in the Europa League, says Jordan. The opponents are average. Ooh,
So are we.
Yeah, that's true. And I think there's some good teams in it. I'm not sure I'd agree that they're average. They might not be as good as Champions League, but there's some good sides in there. Joey says we've got a team that's opened up with 2 basic passes. Bloody hell, Stu, amazing to see you again. I'll ring you tomorrow. Angus says he's 100% sure we won't win the Europa League. There we go. Johnny says 7 games in, everyone's faith lost already. I can see if we lose against West Ham, Ange walks of his own accord. Yeah, I don't think it's the 7 games. It's the whole of last season, or certainly the latter part of last season.
It's the decline as well. It's a downward trajectory. And if you look at average points per game over the entire course of his reign, it's getting worse. And it's still getting worse.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, but a lot of people say it's only 7 games. I don't think it is. We was in relegation form, and I think there's not been a great Jimbo. Are you concentrating?
Well, I'm trying to find this sponsorship deal, Kate.
Honestly, so I've given him part of the channel, and this is what happens. I think a lot of people thought this year, because there was such a big decline at the end of last year, Ange would tweak it and we might see a different style. But so far, it looks like he's going to be doing exactly the same thing. Steve says lose and he'll be on top of the bonfire. I came in for Bobby K, Kuva and Jimbo, and I feel cheated. # Kate out. Thanks, Nick. Good.
It's very Levy-like, isn't it? You promise one thing, then deliver the cheap option.
Are you calling me cheap, Kuva?
No, I'm calling myself cheap.
Oh, right.
You're a cheapskate.
Very good. Good morning, Lisa Chica. Says your first ever show, kind of. How exciting. Lovely to see you. Thanks, Jordan. Simply Stew. Nice one. Had to show support to Kate and Jim on the rebranding. This is the first time the house has been empty. Oh, here we go. Tuchel won over us 7-2 with Bayern. Peter Kagaya says you people won't give him a chance, will you? You all know better. No, it's nothing to do with that, Peter. No. You don't have to be like personal about it. The thing is, we've all been fans of Tottenham for that long. We know what's going to happen. You know, managers aren't given that much time. They're not given exactly what they need. Ange is proving he's quite stubborn. I just don't think he will. What? Sorry,
Paddy's got it. Southall's, that's it.
I don't think it will particularly end well. Yeah, we are favourites to win Europa League. Tottenham Ranger, you're right. Regardless what you think, people can think we have a chance to win it. We were statistically favourites. Yeah, we are statistically favourites. But then Arsenal are statistically favourites to win the league. So, you know.
Under Pochettino, statistically, we were the best team in the league over 2 seasons.
Do you know what? That's what's such a travesty. I still look back at that and don't know how we didn't win anything under him. I just don't understand it.
Well, there's this thing called the league table, and it's worked out on points, Kate.
Oh, you know what I mean, Kuva. You know, even a Carabao Cup, you know, it makes
God, to think you were in charge of this channel. I don't know, Jimbo.
That deal you saw Jimbo's with Salesforce.
Yes,
it's not worth 250 mil. It would potentially be worth 250 mil. Is that the pay where you pay for things? No, have I made that up?
I'm not sure, but I know it's something to do with the Formula One with their sponsoring the Formula One car at the stadium. I was reading about it, but it didn't really sink in.
Was this since June 2020? We played 9, won only 2, drawn 3, and lost 4. Is that with West Ham? I'm guessing it is with West Ham. I've been fully behind Ange and still don't think the answer's to sack him, but he's made some bonkers decisions of late, on and off the pitch. Yep. Kuva,
I think it's all well and good saying to back the manager and everything, but you've got to have some sort of belief in them. If you haven't got any
Yeah.
belief in them, why would you back them?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
mad. I wouldn't want to keep Christian Gross for the hell of it.
Kuva, has the train been written off, or is it still in repair?
It's in massive repair at the moment.
It's derailed.
Yeah, I don't believe it's going to get fixed, but hopefully it can.
Yeah, let's hope so. Ange might need to go to sort Celtic out. Southgate, you're the one. Please don't anyone even think that, because I couldn't cope. We had a good 11, not a good squad. Yeah, but a good.
Yeah.
We was brilliant. We was brilliant. It just hurts me. It hurts my heart. But that's English bookies. Go to Italy. What's Gina? What's that meant to be? And Spain, and you'll probably find they have their own favourites. Yeah, true.
Germany must be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought, yeah.
Big up Daniel Coys. Deji wants Poch back. I don't listen to Deji because he waffles. Oh yeah, it was Germany. Look, it's a relaunch show, so I don't want to be depressing talk about football, which is kind of depressing at the minute. So, Coos, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you seen any good films lately? Because William and I are going to watch The Joker 2 tomorrow at the cinema, and I've heard very mixed reports about this film.
Did you like the first Joker film?
Loved it.
Really good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very different kind of approach to it than I was expecting, but really enjoyed it anyway.
But the second one's a musical theme type thing.
Oh, come to think of it, I did watch half of it and I just didn't like it very much.
Oh, so you've seen some of it?
It was okay. A little bit too much musical, I think.
Yeah, this is why Jimbo don't want to go and see it.
Yeah, it packaged badly for me, but yeah. Go on, Jimbo.
I was going to say, Coov, I don't mind a musical, right? If it's like Les Mis, I thought was good, but I can't see The Joker as a musical. I can't. I just can't.
It works as a musical, but I didn't want to watch a musical. I wanted to watch The Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Auntie Kate, don't do it. It's crap. Literally 95% singing. I read a review on Twitter that said it's basically a 2-hour advert for Lady Gaga. That's what someone said on Twitter. But oh no! Now I was hoping someone was going to tell me it was brilliant, and now you're all saying it's rubbish.
It's brilliant, Kate.
We did watch the new Beetlejuice, and I hated that as well. I thought it was dreadful.
Yeah, I'm not touching that either.
Oh, it was awful.
I think movies-wise, there hasn't been a lot come out lately that I'm bothered about. I'm struggling to think of one that's worth it. But the remake of The Crow I quite enjoyed.
Yeah, now as a standalone film, I love that, but it's nothing like the original. I still like the original most, but I like The Crow.
I think I prefer that with a remake though. Completely change it.
Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's more series that have come out lately that I've enjoyed. The Vince McMahon thing, Vince McMahon documentary was great. The Penguin, amazing. I love that. Batman universe, but it's a proper gangster film. It's fantastic.
Ooh. We'll have to watch that, Jimbo, Penguin, because I still can't believe that's Colin Farrell dressed up. But yeah, we'll have to give that a watch. But yeah, what did we watch, Jim? We watched Beetlejuice and we watched something else. We've watched a couple of films. What did we watch yesterday? Oh, we watched the new American Horror Story with Kim Kardashian. We watched that, which wasn't great. But I'm sure we watched
what with Kim Kardashian in it, and it wasn't great. Amazing. Who'd have thought?
My niece loves her, bless her.
The film was just a load of ass. That's what you're going to say.
Yeah, basically. I haven't seen Garfield. Everyone's telling me to not go and see The Joker 2. So that, Kuva, that was shit and nothing like the original. I saw the original Crow again for the 30th anniversary in the cinema. Yeah, Paddy, I think that I agree. The Crow's one of my favourite films from the 90s. Yeah, I think it's magnificent. It's beautifully done, the cinematography, the darkness, everything. But if you watch The Crow, the new one, and just pretend it's not anything to do with the old Crow, I think it's a good standalone film.
That's it. Yeah, like I said, if you're going to remake it, completely change it. Don't try and emulate the original. It was
No,
never going
because
to
I
work.
mean that was was it Brandon Lee? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
And he was
original.
just magnificent. Yeah. Me and Mr. Kuva like penguins. We're gonna have to watch that. That does look good. Beetlejuice one was better, 100%. The Relic. I don't know if I've seen that.
oh,
Sounds
that's an old horror film. I've watched that. Have they remade it recently or something? Because that was a good one.
I've got a feeling we've seen that. It sounds familiar. I was forced to watch American Horror Stories. I wanted to claw my eyes out. It was that bad. Fair enough. Early doors football. West Ham fan in the house and says, "Afternoon. Good luck with the rebrand. Thank you. Good luck on Saturday. Let's hope you need it." Here's the daily reminder that Rings of Power is at a ship, but it looks pretty. Is that to do with Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
not
another one of these where they've retold a story, but they've changed it so much that's ridiculous. Things like Galadriel in the books, Galadriel was like the ultimate badass elf, but like well over 6 foot tall, intimidating. But in this one, she's like a damsel in distress, always
Oh,
getting caught. That's the writing's awful in it. But they do a good job in creating like the halflings and the dwarves and things. That aesthetically it looks nice.
yeah.
That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that.
What, Salem's Lot?
Yeah, the new
Yeah,
one.
this was really good because that's I love that film. The original still scares me, but I
Yeah,
thought they did a really good job with the new one.
I remember the original as well, being that still school age,
Oh my
staying up
god.
late to watch it. Oh my god, yeah.
When he floats up to the window and when the guy's in the rocking chair and his eyes are all lit up. Oh my god. I was terrified of that. When I watched that when I was at school, I was so scared. But the new one's pretty good.
And the bloke in the prison cell and there's a little flick of this monstrous hand. He rubs his eyes and looks up again, and you just got the monster's face full screen going.
That's it. That's it. That's what I wake up to every morning, Coos.
Get her, Jim.
Looking forward to seeing Gladiator 2. Yeah, we was talking about that yesterday. That looks good. It's got Denzel Washington in it, I think. Is that right, Jim?
Yeah,
Denzel
yeah,
Washington?
he's in it, and what's his name? The geezer that eats people, Hannibal Lecter,
Oh, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins. Yeah,
The geezer that eats people. What's more worrying is I knew who he meant.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh my god. Good afternoon, Princess Casey, Jimbo, Mr. Coover. Still not used to the new name. Just found out you were on. Sorry, Shem. I did put notices out, but I'm not used to it yet either. But we will get there. Coover, it's like Tom Cruise being Jack Reacher, the smaller version.
Yeah, I
Is
agree.
Jack Reacher tall then in the film, in the books?
Oh, the series Jack Reacher. It's got, I don't know the actor's name, but he's this huge lump, well over 6 foot, muscly as hell. Clearly looks like he handles himself. But if you watch Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise in it, he's about 5 foot nothing and weighs. Pick him up with one hand.
Oh, I love him though. He's a little cutie. Steve says, don't do horror films. I had my feet off the floor for arachnophobia, and that was a spoof. I'm a total wimp when it comes to horrors. So's Jim. We watch them, but he screams like a little girl when we watch them, Jim. Is that right or not? Yeah, he does scream.
Oh, you've got to do a watch along.
Oh my god. Do you know what, Coos? I should video it because it is the funniest thing. I literally am creasing up, especially because I've watched horrors for years and so's Jim, but you always know what's coming. You know if there's going to be someone hiding behind the door. So I'm prepared for it. Whereas Jim just doesn't seem to realise it's coming and literally screams the house down. It's hilarious. But I should video you watching it, Jim, because it is funny. Big up Glenn says, loving the rebrand. All the best to you. Thank you very much. If you want to watch a horror film, watch the second half against Brighton. Oh God, no, that was too traumatic. Way too traumatic. Tom Cruise was good though, regardless. The Rings of Power, Galadriel. Have I said that right?
Yeah.
Galadriel. Alien Romulus is good, but needed better casting in places. I've not seen that either.
Oh yeah, that was quite. It was decent, but it wasn't great. It was, yeah, I agree with that. Could have done with some strong performances at places and maybe just stretched it out a little bit. Again, it's like almost like a rehash, though. Trying to get all the good elements from previous movies, throw them together, and hope it works.
Yeah, he's
It's
behind
a lot
you.
better than some of them, though.
Yeah. I was driving, I've got to be honest, Steve Deal like this. I was driving today to the next village and I did happen to put on Heart Christmas. The Christmas channel is out. The music, I had Krista Burr and then I had Live Aid playing in my car this morning whilst driving to the next village, listening to Christmas music. How exciting is that?
As part of the Heart channel, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, that's probably the only two they have, and they play it on loop.
It was excellent. I got out of the car and I felt all fuzzy inside because it's nearly Christmas. Literally is nearly Christmas. I shall have to get the Christmas mug out just for Steve D because I know he looks forward to
It's
seeing
more than 2 months away, Kate.
Yeah, but it's near.
Well, it's near summer holidays again, isn't it?
No, that's ages.
No, it isn't. It's only a few months.
Oh, I love it. I love Christmas. I really do.
Time for Die Hard.
Yeah, Christmas Die Hard, exactly. Cannot be Christmas till I've had my birthday. I can't remember when. Oh, Saturday the 19th. So this Saturday.
Oh, I thought Nick was claiming to be the new Jesus.
We've got Nick's birthday,
Saturday.
the West Ham game. So are you going to the West Ham game on your birthday, Nick? 'Cause that could be quite miserable. Question: when is it socially acceptable to start selling Christmas coffee? Now,
December.
Jim?
No, now because everyone's selling Christmas stuff now. So if people want Christmas coffee, Ben, they're gonna want it, aren't they?
Yeah, what's the difference? What's the difference between socially acceptable and commercially acceptable then?
Oh, that's a different thing.
Exactly. And that
I think it depends.
Socially acceptable. That's the question.
It's acceptable any time from September, the end of September, to sell Christmas stuff.
What?
It is. So from October the 1st. Yes, I am on the Christmas vibe already. It's 72 days till Christmas, which isn't long at all. And I can't wait.
Should we start the build up to the FA Cup final in February?
If we're in it, yeah.
Fair point.
And so it's 72 days till Christmas Day. So that how many days after Christmas Day is New Year's Eve?
6, is it? 33?
10.
No, it isn't. 25th, 26th, 27th, 29th, 30th.
December the 35th.
7, isn't it? Sorry.
6. So it's 78 days till my great nephew is due as well. So Christmas and New Year's going to be even more amazing because my little great nephew, he's due on New Year's Eve. So, oh my God, I'm so excited. Joey says, I couldn't watch a horror today. I've got dodgy guts. Imagine the mess. I don't need to scream. I never see it happen from behind the cushion. Fair enough, Steve. Big woods. A truth. I've asked my wife when she's putting up the tree and decorations. I love Christmas. I'm off work for 3 weeks during this time. Yes, Eltel. Jose, that's what I'm talking about. My Christmas tree normally goes up the 1st of November. Get Halloween out of the way. Maybe even firework night, and then it goes up. I just love it.
Nah, tree out of the cupboard, tree out from under the stairs on the Christmas morning, stuff presents under it. Kids open them, whip the tree away again, and get on with it.
I bet you're not like that at all, Coos. I bet you dress up as
Father
Christmas. Are you really?
No, I'm all about the kids having their presents. Because they obviously split from their mum as well. So we have Norwegian Christmas on Christmas Eve, which is the tradition, and have the presents here. So it's more about having the nice food and the meal and the togetherness here. And then they go over to their mums for Christmas Day. So they got 2 Christmases, and she always goes mad on the decorations. So I thought, I don't really need to do all that, do I? put out the tree and a few little baubles and stuff, and a few little decorations, but don't go overboard on it.
What's big up Guna Matata as well? What's a Norwegian Christmas? Is it any different?
No, it's just the timing. Christmas Day traditionally used to be a case of you go around in your little neighborhood, go house to house, having different portions of a meal.
Oh, lovely.
So you go over like really nicely roasted vegetables at one house, and you go for a main course of some sort of meat and little fish sides and things like that, and desserts and little finger foods around another person's house, and make it a real community thing. So the Christmas Eve was always the one we have at home. That's just your own family, and you do all the presents there and all the big celebrations then. It's just different ways, different in different cultures, isn't it?
That sounds amazing. I want to have a Norwegian Christmas and just go and eat in everyone's house.
I'm pretty sure they don't do it now. There's just that used to be the tradition.
Oh, that's rubbish, isn't it? I don't want to do it now.
Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Haven't been over for ages.
Do you know, I was looking at the nicest places to live outside of England, and Norway was up there. It was one of the top ones. Is it beautiful there? It looks beautiful there.
Fantastic, but you're going to need a bit of money.
Is it expensive, is it?
Very.
Wow.
They got all that North Sea oil, and they actually invested it in the infrastructure. So and then went out and bought 1% of everything in Europe practically. So they've secured their future financially. Standard of living is way up, but so's the cost. So yeah, they've done really well. It's an amazing country, but like I always say to people, if you're going to go to Norway, try and stretch your trip to include Norway and then go over to Iceland as well, because Iceland's amazing to see as well. All that volcanic.
I could live somewhere like that because it's cold.
Yeah.
So I could perfectly live there.
Summers are still hot. It's the same as anywhere else.
What, really hot?
Yeah, can be, yeah.
Wow. I always imagine it just to be cold all the time.
I did tell you that, mate.
Yeah, but I don't really listen to you. Whereas Kuva's Kuva's a Viking, so I'd listen to Kuvs.
So, sounds like it's Kate and I going on that holiday then.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Sorry, Jim, Kate's decided.
Big up Lynn Simpson, hope you're well. We just got asked a question actually. Do you think you'll finish top 5? I don't. I'm going 7th for us. Jimbo?
Yeah.
What?
I still think we'll finish top 4.
Wow. Coves?
I think we're in an amazing race for 6th place, and I don't think we'll win it.
There we go.
7th, 7th sounds about right. Maybe even 8th.
Yeah, but hopefully with a trophy. She says this year Chanukah. I don't know what that is. Is that a Jewish festival? I know Hanukkah.
Yeah, it's the same deal. They just they want the attention. That's all.
Oh, another festival. Deep fried turkey. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. The Range is my favourite place at Christmas. You'll think you're in a winter wonderland. I buy so many decorations from the Range. It's just my absolute favourite thing. Thinking of relocating. Jordan, look, we have spoke about him with Jimbo.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's difficult to leave a country when all your family are here. But England is so expensive now. And
it's not just that, Kate. It's just this country's gone downhill so bad. I just think I'm on my last legs now, and I'm on my last stretch of me.
Bloody hell, you're only 62.
Well, the thing is, you have 3 sections in life, don't you? You have your young part, then you have your middle part, and then you have your last part. And I'm on my last part. It could be 20 years, could be 30 years, but I'm on my last part. I accept that. And I just think it'd be nice to have a bit more in our lives than fucking this country messing everything up and killing everyone for money. And this country's just, when I think back right to the 60s, 70s and 80s, I know Kuva can go back a little way. This country was a great country. I lived in America, Kuva, right? And I miss this country because it was such a good country, but they've just ruined it now. It's ruined. It's ruined. It's totally and utterly ruined. They've ruined everything. Greedy government.
People have learned to be badly behaved here. That's what's gone wrong.
Mm.
They've been allowed to get away with murder.
Back. Yeah.
What's that, Kuva?
Need to get some old-fashioned values back into the country. That's what.
Yeah. They. I mean, if I'd have been in the royal family, I'd have stepped in and stopped the governments, because the governments have absolutely slaughtered this country. Right? They've slaughtered everything about it. They've slaughtered the people that live here. They've slaughtered the NHS. They've just ruined it. Ruined it. I can't express how gutted I am how this country's turned out.
Welcome to the new section of the show. Positive Jim does politics.
To be fair, look, someone just put the world's a smaller place now, which it is, of course. But you know, when, like I say, I've got a great nephew due in the end of December, and the thought of living that far away. I mean, we're 3.5 hours away here, and sometimes, I mean, it took us 5.5 hours to get here the other day. So to go somewhere else, but then, as my sister said, you can fly to Spain in that time. Or
there's a few countries that always pop up in the 10 most desirable places to live, and it's like Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands, New Zealand, you know, places like that. They've just got really relaxed, accommodating sort of atmosphere to the country, good social system, and sort of social responsibility as well with a lot of them. You know, people tend to be well behaved. Canada as well used to be. Bobby K says that's starting to go for the worse as well now.
That's because Bobby K's there. It used to be lovely. I mean,
I thought he's not on now. He's probably out rioting or something.
Exactly. We're my cousin lives in New Zealand. Absolutely, just loves it there. But that really is the other side of the world. But I'm not sure. I think if I could choose to, I don't know. Where would you, Coos, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Mars.
There's me thinking I might get an
my eldest and I, Owen, we've always talked about this. We want to get our own little island somewhere and just have a cat sanctuary, and then we'll just have internet, and then a cargo ship with delivers supplies every now and then. That'll be fine, and just away from everybody else. It just you know, looking after cats all day long. We're cool with that.
That'd be lovely.
Someone just put in the chat. Joey bring it up, Kate. It's one above this one. Got a self-serving. You know what? It's 100,000,000% right. They don't care about anyone but themselves. As long as what they do benefits them, that's all they care about. You know, and that's been proved since this absolute fucking muppet has got in now. Right? It's even been proved even more because more's coming out the woodwork. You know, stopping all the old people's heating allowances, and yet they've got second homes and they're getting heating allowance on their second homes, and they're earning 100 grand a year plus. You know, it's a shit system, this country. I hate it.
Yeah,
great. That's the problem. It doesn't matter who you vote for. You just slap a different colour rosette, and it's the same people.
Exactly.
It's just some are worse than others, Kuva, but they're all in it for themselves.
Yeah, they don't really worry about the politics, do they? It's just as long as they get their feet under the table and everybody's having a nice time in their, you know, the MP's club.
Yeah, I was born in 66. I don't even like going out anymore with my wife. Always feel like you're always watching your back. That's so sad. Yeah, so sad. The world or this country's definitely changed for the worst, without any shadow. I mean, I think if I could pick anywhere to live, money was no object, I'd probably pick Monaco, because I just think it looks a bit of me there. You know, Monte Carlo, casinos, the Grand Prix, lights, yachts. That's a bit of big time, Kate. That is a bit of Monaco. I think I'd choose there. Is there somewhere that would you go back to Norway, Cooves, if money was no object?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I think northern Norway, where it's nice and peaceful, not quiet, still get little communities. I've always been a big fan of little communities. It's like on YouTube as well. I don't favour the really big channels. I always like the more intimate settings where you know the people in the chat and you can like interact with them, start to know a bit of personality from people. Yeah, I'll do that. Wilderness somewhere in Canada or up north of Norway, New Zealand, find a remote spot there. Yeah, anything like that, I'll be all up for it. Got to have internet nowadays, though, haven't you?
Yeah. Do you ever watch that Ben Fogle New Lives in the Wild, where they go and live literally off the grid?
No, I haven't, but I think I will check that out. It's my kind of thing.
It's one of our favourite
Kuva.
programs.
It's one of the best programs on TV with Ben
People
Fogle.
that have just had normal jobs. Like there's one girl, she gave up everything to go and live in Thailand to set up as a vet for the stray cats, neutering them. She does it all like she doesn't obviously charge. She does it as a charity. The thing, honestly, the people are so inspiring on there. It's such a brilliant, brilliant program. But I always say to Jim, I envy these people. They've got no worries about money because they live off the grid, off the land. But I don't know if I could do it. I was looking at houses in Norway. You can get some massive houses for 500,000. Amazing by the lakes. This property would cost like 2 million here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing they have got because it's a fairly tiny population. There is room for making building there. You can have big properties, but the actual cost of living is still very high there. Even last time I went was probably about 30 years ago now. And the cost of a pint of beer back then 30 years ago was over £5. So now it's God knows what, £15 maybe.
Daniel Sandoval lives in Bergen.
Yeah.
Is that Norway?
It's in Norway, isn't it? I can explain, but you're not going to know, so it doesn't matter, does it?
I thought it was German. Bergen Schmergen. Sounds German to me.
Bergen. No, it's a Norwegian one, but I didn't know he lived there.
We could do the modern life. Yeah, we could do the good life of chickens and goats and living out in the wild off the land.
The easiest thing for me to do would be away from everyone with my own bit of land and just live like that. I could do that so easy.
Well, no offense, Jimbo, but even at your age.
Yes.
Because you've got to remember that people haven't got access to healthcare or anything.
I don't need healthcare. I'm fit as a lion.
Bloody hell. Why'd you say these things? You're tempting fate. I wish you wouldn't say anything. I think if I was younger, I would consider doing something like that, but I don't think I'd want to now. Where in Norway is Haaland from? I thought he was from Mars.
I have no idea because I couldn't care less anything about players' personal lives. I don't care. I only watch them when they're on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly that. It's somewhere we're going to have to visit, Jimbo. I've always said I'd like to do one of those cruises where you go through Norway and see the Northern Lights. Is this 2 cities in Norway?
Sorry.
So what, Coos? Big up, Don Hassam. Hope you are well. Good to see you. Perfect match is Haaland was made in a lab, not a country. Exactly. The perfect match is the new name. Yes, it is. Just a girl who loves Spurs is no more. We are now the perfect match because obviously just a girl who loves Spurs is just me. And Jimbo is here every single show. So we like Jimbo to be in the name. So the perfect match is the way forward. There's loads of new shows I've got in my head. Just got to find the people to do the shows with me. But we have got some new ideas for shows that will be coming up. We will be doing more generic Premier League rather than all Tottenham. There will be mainly Tottenham, but there will be other teams as well. We'll be covering. Homies, I fell asleep for 9 and woke up at 5. Let's go. Don't remember the last time I was able to do that. Big up, Leo. Nice to have a good sleep. Are you doing any watch-alongs? Do you know what I'm thinking of doing? Is videoing Jimbo and I watching a match because it is most entertaining. That is, what was that, Coos?
A horror film.
Yeah, and a horror film. I'm not sure whether we will do live watch-alongs because I'm a bit worried I might swear too much and get cancelled.
What's that program we do? Gogglebox, isn't it? Where you're watching a family Yeah, something along those lines. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. So, yeah, Bobby K, Thanksgiving isn't till November. Yeah, it was yesterday in Canada, though. I thought it was the same day for everyone. But no, it's not a date in sight. I can promise you that. Bring back Amelia. Amelia actually starts a new job a week today. She's working as a nursery nurse. So I am going to sort out some queries and theories with her. We need to sort out a day. Probably have to be a week.
Every day, 24 hours a day, every day.
We're going to kind of change it. We're going to call it the Life According to Kate and Amelia, because there's a lot of things that we were talking about the other day that weren't really queries and theories. It was like questions like, does a straw have one hole or two holes?
Kuva, let me tell you something, right? If you'd have been in the room, honestly, I thought I'd gone to another planet with what they were talking about. Honestly,
there was about 100 of these questions, and a lot of me and Amelia didn't agree on, but we both could put up arguments, and so we're thinking of doing the world according
could
to
you though?
I mean, Kuva, does a straw have one hole or two holes?
With one.
It doesn't. It has two.
thank you. I said one.
It doesn't. It has two, because if you block one, there's still another one.
No, it's still a hole. It's just one end of it's covered.
That's a tube, but there's still two holes.
When it's just a tube, then it's a tunnel rather than a hole, isn't it?
Well, I think there's two holes. If anyone's just switching on, they're going to wonder what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think you want to rebrand the you and Amelia bit, so you could call it like a WTF is going on.
Yeah, exactly. See, look, one hole, two holes. There you go. Have you seen Jacob's watch-alongs? Half the word shouldn't be spoken.
Wait a minute. No, this needs exploring further. If it's two holes,
yeah,
and you cover one end, are you left with half a hole?
Exactly. No,
no, there's no such thing as half a hole, is there?
No. But if it's one hole, if you cover one end, you've still got one hole.
Yeah.
But if it's two holes and you cover one end, you've got one hole left.
If you drill through the table, you can still drop something down there. There's a hole. Cover up the bottom of it. You can still drop something in there because it's still a hole. All you're arguing about is the amount of openings.
My son's just come out of his bedroom. He looks so confused. I think there's two holes. Like this ring light, there's one hole, right? But if it was a long tunnel light with one hole that end, one hole that end, it would be two holes.
Well, you could say that light's still got two holes because there's a gap in between.
No, it's not as much of a gap.
I'm just glad to be here for one of these discussions.
See, Joey's being very he's saying it's one hole with two openings.
Exactly.
It's the same hole that goes all the way through.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I love the fact your brain works different to mine. Yeah, if you cut a straw in half, do you have four holes? Yes, you do. One, two,
it's
three.
Two straws then, isn't it?
Yeah, two straws with two holes each.
Potato stew, let me tell you something. You will never, ever understand Kate's brain. I've been with her 20 odd years and I still don't understand it.
Rinketic says, is Oslo fun to visit?
Yeah, it depends what you want out of Norway. I think most people look at the scenery and think, oh no, experience more of that. So personally, I would gravitate away from Oslo and keep going further north. Perhaps arrive in Oslo, take the train or take the coastal steamer up there, take in the landscape. And further north you get, the better. Then just go out, rent a boat or know somebody with a boat and go out just fishing on one of the fjords, especially in the summertime. Midnight sun, amazing. It's so chill. It's such an experience. Catch a few fish, fry them up on the beach. That's my idea of heaven.
That sounds amazing. What fish can you catch?
Wet ones.
Are they wet though, or did water make
yeah,
wet?
Yeah, they got a hole. So
No, can you catch like salmon? Because they like cold water, don't they?
You can. You can, but that's inland. rivers. So when I go, I'm usually cod is the staple, or halibut, things like that. Hello.
Wow. I want
Oh,
to
you're
go
allowed
there.
to say it. We're on air. Oh, he's not doing it. So in.
Oh,
You all right, Owen?
No, he's doing something.
I would actually. I'd love to go fishing somewhere like that. I think Norway is going to be a holiday destination for us, Jimbo. Big up Mark CFC says at work, thought I'd jump in and say like and sub everyone. We'll watch back when I'm done. I've no idea what's going on either. I was just trying to explain what the new show with Amelia will be like.
We have to do one of them winter cruises, Kate.
Yeah, but I'm worried I'll get seasick. Because you have to go through the Atlantic, and that's a bit choppy, isn't it? No.
Oh, here's an. Oh, okay, go on then.
Oh, Chelsea wankers.
He's been brought up properly.
That's right. Raised properly. Yeah.
Yeah, that worries me because I was told that if you go on one of those cruises to somewhere like Norway and you go through the Atlantic, it can be a bit choppy, and I don't want to get seasick. No?
Well, I mean, I can't tell you what the sea's going to be like when we go because
but I spoke to Anne, and she goes on them a lot, and she said she's been seasick on them once because of the choppiness. But then again,
anywhere North Sea and stuff like that, it's quite a shallow sea, so you get more waves than the deeper seas. So yeah, it's inevitable.
But then when we go and eventually go and see Bobby K, and I want to go whale watching, I'll probably have to go in a boat and probably get travel sick anyway. So we have to just see. I'll have to just put loads.
How many holes does a whale have?
3.
4. 4.
Why?
Well, if it's a female, it's got its Jack and Danny.
It's a lady whale.
It's got a bum, and it's got a blowhole, and it's got a mouth.
Mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but if it's a boy, it still have another hole for its wee-wee.
Yeah, so they've got 4.
Yeah. I only think that it's only like if that had a hole each end, that would be 2 holes. Because it's a tube.
Clearly.
Anyway,
it doesn't have a hole at the end, it has a hole through. It's the entire length of it.
What are you doing getting your mini vibrator out?
It's my lipstick, you donut.
Oh.
Look. Where is it? Oh, there.
What is it buzzing?
But yeah, this is what the show will be anyway. There was about 100 of these questions. And yeah, we will be doing that. How many holes does a Halloween pumpkin have? 3. There's only 1 hole. Anyway, this is going in completely the wrong direction. Good afternoon, Kev. I hope you're well. Hardanger too. I don't know what that means. That's obviously somewhere in Norway as well.
And I've got family in Oslo, Trondheim, and up north in Bindal, which is a really tiny little place, and absolutely love it there. That's perfect. It's in the Arctic Circle, and you get the midnight sun. Like I say, it's like through the summer you have to tag like blankets over your windows to be able to get to sleep at night because it's so bright.
Wow.
And just fishing at that time of night, it is just amazing. I absolutely love it. It's such an experience.
Do they have pretty little cottages in Norway? Because I imagine it to be so pretty.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's, like I said, it's the same sort of deal as in Canada and things. There's plenty of space for everybody, so you can build extensive property. So a lot of people have a farm, and just vineyards and things. Yes, vineyards in Norway. Yes, it is possible. There is enough sun for it, but likely it's going to be an orchard. But everybody has a nice big property on the fjord front if they can.
Yeah,
up north anyway.
That's my type of life, Kuva.
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
Yeah, get away from modern day society. Yeah, I agree.
It does sound rather lovely. Don't you regret coming? I mean, did you come over here when you was a kid, Cooves?
Yeah, I was born over here.
Oh, you was born over here. Okay.
I've just kept. I've obviously got family over there, so I'm close. It's like my second country to me. It's I'll always take interest in the football team, for example, rather than ours. Even though they're getting hammered last night as well. But yeah, it's just a nicer place to be. It really is. But I do consider myself British, really. Playing on the Norwegian part is more for fun. Yeah, so I don't speak the language, unfortunately. I speak parts of it, mostly the rude parts that my cousins taught me.
You do look like a Viking, to be fair. So
well, you've got to get something right in your life, haven't you?
Exactly. Rinketti says, you prefer the British Christmas food or the Scandinavian Christmas food with the pork and meatballs?
Both. I think roast turkey on Christmas Day is something special for me.
Yeah.
Do they not have that in Norway?
Oh, they'll have all sorts. All sorts. I mean, it's same as here. I mean, some people on Christmas Day have lamb or beef. It doesn't really matter that much, does it? So it's more about the roast. But Norway, I don't know. It's the differences I like. The brown goat's cheese, for example, is a really sweet cheese over there. Really, really popular, but you don't get anything like that here, really. Some of the types of flatbreads and things that go with it are really nice. Lots of finger foods I really miss from Norway, but on the whole, Christmas dinner and the way we do it traditionally here, I love it. Sprouts, peas, carrots, roasties, Yorkshire pudding. Got to have all the trimmings, every sauce imaginable, and plenty of leftovers the next day is perfect for me.
Yeah, Norway is a beautiful country, but a beer is like £10. I'm Belgian, so I have to drink beer. It was an expensive trip. Wow, that is a lot of money. Jimbo, are we going to be streaming again this year over the Christmas period? Was very welcome last year.
Yeah, of course we will.
We will. I'm not sure what time, because Christmas will probably be at my sister's this year with the family. But we will do a stream at Christmas on Christmas Day where everyone's welcome, because like we said last year, we don't like people being on their own. But yeah, let's do the crazy bunch again. Do some Christmas streaming so that everybody has got someone to talk to on Christmas Day and New Year and whenever else you want us to be there. But Fridays and Mondays are staying the same as well. Fridays is the Premier League preview. Mondays is the Premier League recap. Then I'm hoping to try and do a panel show on a Tuesday evening and a Wednesday midweek show. Jimbo, we've got to decide what we're going to do, whether we're going to bring back Wednesdays.
We need to get a regular slot with Kuva and Bobby on.
Yeah, we do. We need a light show with Kuva and Bobby that's not too heavy.
Yeah.
Because you know.
Oh, you only invited me on because I did your intro thing.
That's rubbish. How long have we been saying it? But Jimbo.
Yeah.
Oh, once in about 2 years. Yeah, I know what it's like. Yeah.
Well, actually, it was when you hit 1,000 subs. I thought like they're big enough now.
Exactly.
Kuva, do you like Smalahov Rus? I've no idea what that is.
I'm trying to think which ones they are. I can't remember all the names. I'd have to see it to remember what it is now.
There you go.
But, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure Kuva likes it. He seems to like most things. Jimbo likes mint sauce on any roast potatoes.
I love mint sauce.
Yeah, Kuva, but now you can have Christmas dinner every week as you can buy the turkey all the year round.
Yeah, it's too much of a good thing then, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
But I'd like to be able to buy turkey all year round because it's my favourite meat.
Yeah, nothing wrong with turkey, but I mean, an entire Christmas dinner every day. You wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah, there is that. I do love a bit of roast turkey, though. Look, I'm going to end it there. I know it's not been a particularly well organised.
You like a bit of stuffing.
I'm not keen on stuffing. I'm not going to. Big up, Steve D.
Sorry to hear it, mate.
I was going to say something rude there, but I'm not going to. Big up, Steve D. Been a member for 11 months. Legend. Friday night dinner's beef, chicken or turkey. Mint sauce on sprouts is amazing. Jim hates sprouts, literally. I did say once, if you
Jim's
love me,
always
not
had
leave
bad
sprouts.
sprouts. That's the trouble. You get
Jim
some
what?
really good quality sprouts. They're lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Kuva? When I was young, right, my mum used to force me to eat them, and I didn't like them when I was a kid, and she forced me. So now I can't touch them.
I said to him one Christmas, if you love me, you'll eat one. And he did, and I thought he was going to pass out and be sick. Bless him, but I don't make him eat them anymore.
No, you get some nice, really juicy little ones. They're like mini cabbages, really bursting with flavour. They're delicious. But I've seen loads you see in the supermarket near Christmas. Ugh, I wouldn't touch them.
Yeah,
They've got this horrible sour taste to them.
Don't make me feel ill. What?
Yeah. You can get much nicer ones than that, Jim.
Yeah, you can get some nice ones, and you can cook them different
Little
ways.
baby sprouts, they're lovely.
Yeah,
They're like sweets.
I like them. I like them anyway. Kuva, thanks for coming on, and thanks again for doing the intro. It's amazing.
You're welcome.
Very, 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 very
And
humble.
Bobby K did all the graphics.
Yes, Bobby. Well, he hasn't bothered to show up, so what can I say? He's probably in bed with his missus, enjoying the
He was
bank holiday.
exhausted being driven to do that intro for you at short notice.
And cook the turkey.
Yeah, right.
Bless him. I did tell him not to do it yesterday, but he did insist. Bless him. Legend. But yeah, thank you both. Jimbo, I'm not sure when we're back because there's not much to talk about until Friday.
There's always something to talk about. It's good to talk.
All right. Well, we'll probably be
Your show is just about holes.
Yeah, we might do the whole. What is it? The Perfect Match does the whole debate.
Oh, the
Something
whole
like that.
enchilada.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, we'll be back Wednesday, I should think, and then Friday. Jim, I'm going to let you end the show because you're the one who always ends the show the way it should be ended.
I'm a little bit not sure what to say with Tottenham, but I still think we're going to win 4-0 on Saturday, especially considering we're at home. I think we will win. I'm not sitting here thinking we're going to lose, not at all. But it's going to be, I will say this weekend, if we lose to West Ham, I don't get down with the football anymore, but I will be depressed because it's West Ham. I can't help it. I just hate West Ham. I'm sorry, I know we got a West Ham guy in here, but I just can't stand West Ham because they just think they're bigger than what they are. So if we lose to them, I will be absolutely devastated this weekend, and I will not watch any more football all weekend. So don't let me down, Spurs. Don't let me down, Ange. We want to get a kickback from that stupid game the other day, which we don't want to talk about anymore, because we fucking love you, Tottenham, and you better beat them fucking Spanners.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins, like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match.